jump and comment just yet. I've noticed that a lot of white women seem to have an easier time uh, getting into relationships, getting engaged, and getting married. Now, hold on, I'm not done talking. Statistics, various newspaper articles, men of various races, especially black men, will have you believing that it's because black women are not desirable, we're not smart, we don't make good partners, which is actually not true. We're the most educated human beings on the planet. We are the beauty standard, despite the fact that media tries to gaslight us and make us think that we are not. And
Okay, right off the bat, she's already wrong. The fact that she mentioned, and they do this so many times, how they're the most educated. That doesn't do anything for a man. Like in the relationship, no relationship survives because they're too educated. Oh my God.
studies have proven that we are actually amazing partners. If you comment right here, you're going to be loud and wrong. Just keep listening. But there's something very important that a lot of these studies leave out when they try to make it seem like white women are just so much amazingly more easy to be wiped up. One of the reasons why black men tend to veer on the side of snow bunnies is they think it's some kind of status symbol. Although the preferences do not get preferential treatment, they often get treated way worse than they would ever treat a black woman. A lot of white women who get with black men are doing so out of rebellion because their parents were racist, which I'm about to dive into. And that is the reason why a lot of those relationships fail. It's a statistical fact. They have the highest divorce rate. Now let's dive in. I really think that one of the biggest reasons as far as why that is because white women are willing to ignore the fact that their mate is racist. They are okay with having a relationship where they simply agree to disagree. So, of course, if someone being racist or homophobic or misogynistic is not a deal breaker for you, that's going to increase your opportunities to find a mate. The amount
You do you guys notice how she's only mentioning negative things about black men? Also, do you guys notice how when a black man dates, marries, or in a relationship with a white woman or any woman of another race who's not black, they always talk about it, but they never talk about the Serena Williams who are married to white men. They never talk about other women who marry white men or men from other races. You guys never notice that? Also, she keeps talking about how black men only go to white women for status, but majority of men who do that go where it's easier to deal with someone. That's just a fact.
of white women that I have worked with in various places who have shared stories about how racist their husbands are. I remember one lady said that her husband told her if her kids ever married a black person, he would disown them, and she was laughing about it, saying she would just have to sneak around and see her kids because she wouldn't want to miss out on her grandkids. And that's not to say that black women and women of other races don't date people who are racist, homophobic, or misogynistic. It's just that for white women, for the most part, it's definitely not a deal breaker. They don't even give it a second thought. It's like, oh my gosh, Brad is so amazing. He's everything I've ever asked for in a man. I mean, he fucking hates black people, but it's okay. But joke's on them, because men who are racist, homophobic, misogynistic tend to be the worst partners. Because on the flip side of the stories I've heard of white women bragging that their men are hateful human beings, they also share stories about how their men are hateful towards them. The men were either abusive, the men were either unattentive, all of those things.
It's a game, it's the same playbook all the time. Black man marries or dates a woman from a different race, especially white women. Black woman gets on the internet saying how racist white people are, saying how black men are the worst, saying all the negative things, and they skip how black women also marry people from different races, but they never talk about that. And they always mention the negative things about black men and why it's so hard for them to be in a relationship with black men, but they never look within. You notice in the beginning of the video, she mentioned only positive things about black women: most educated, smart, easy to be in relationships with, making good money, all those things. It's like she's saying black women are perfect and black men are the worst. And also, don't forget, when it comes to divorces, if interracial relationships don't work, best believe, even when it comes to a black woman and a black man, black women still file for divorce 80% of the time.
Cheaters, just terrible human beings. Hearing about how they've ignored their anniversary and how they're not romantic, how they scream and yell at them, put hands and feet on them, how they treat people who don't look like them is also what they feel about you too. They are with you because you're going to serve a purpose for them, Linda. You're going to have those children that are going to make him look like an award-winning father when he goes to work. You are going to be his little personal assistant that's going to skyrocket his business to where he wants to be. You're going to do all the work while he gets to be the face of the business, and you get no pay, and your name isn't on a damn thing. In almost all of those relationships, the woman's only purpose is to make the man's life better. If white
Okay, so now I see, after listening to her for some time, I see her gameplay. So her game plan is, I don't like that black men are dating white women or marrying white women. So what I'm gonna say all the negative things about black men, and then I'm gonna tell the white woman all the negative things about the black man, so that white woman can reject black man who rejected me. Which it would have been better, because if you don't care that, because sounds like she wants black men to marry or date black women, which I understand, she's a black woman. But rather than say the negative things about a black woman, if you want him to come back to you, how about you get on the table without calling names and insults, throwing insults, attacking him? How about you say, hey, black man, I understand why you're dating white women. You are saying I'm not easy to get along with. The attitude and all those things that you say that I have. How about if we figure out a way that I can maybe, reduce my attitude, and maybe they claim black men don't listen, and maybe you can listen to me more. How about both of you get on the table, have a conversation about what both of you can do better? Because it doesn't get any better, and it doesn't bridge the gap if a black woman is throwing insults at a black man when he dates a white woman, and then a black man throws insults at a black woman when she dates a white man, or any man from a different race. It just creates the division bigger and bigger.